When we look at maps, we are primarily looking at the physical aspects of a space. Nevertheless, the morphology of a city is constantly changing through socio-historic processes, of which we can only take snapshots. Urban fabric is shaped by and shapes the lives of people who produce it. It includes aspects of everyday life, including social, political, and cultural practices of lived spaces, which means it cannot be translated accurately into Cartesian coordinates, in other words, maps or plans. The relational-material approach takes these various social and analytical aspects into account, letting it better represent the social and physical complexities of socially produced urban spaces.
The relational-material approach aims to consider formal and informal aspects when designing spaces, and furthermore being aware towards the needs of various, especially vulnerable social groups by recognizing the existing unequal power relations in processes of space production. Moreover, it aims at empowering marginalized social groups and multiple publics to undertake actions in the local context, including issues like class or gendered structures of oppression, exploitation, and struggle, and address socio-spatial inequalities. The intention is to establish linkages between urban form and social space.
The focus is on experience-based explorative methods, which are inspired by the tradition of participatory action research. It combines qualitative research practices on social space with analytical approaches to physical urban form, using methods from different disciplinary fields. A challenge of the relational-material approach to urban morphology is to develop adequate methodologies to further explore the given complexities of the social production of space. Such an approach calls for open-ended explorative research practices.
The relational-material approach aims to understand how the fabric of lived space is produced through qualitative social relationships, and furthermore how empowering people can deliver meaningful change concerning socio-spatial inequalities.
We hear about artists, about festivals, about movies, about personalities, about geographies, about politics and constant and changes, changes in space and time, about the left and right, about the city authorities, about the intentions and relations, between neighborhoods, between the neighborhoods and the cities, between city themselves, city and the country, city and the world, about colonies, about power, on dominance and on courage and on kindness, about years, about dates, about facts, about post-colonial times, about heritage and relatives, roots and relationships, personal histories have been revealed, there is a debate about power, the true political power and real domination, the power that is ingrained in the city, the power that is imminent to the city, and we pick at it without ambition to crush it, And what about marking all these places on the city map? How can one just flatten and simplify something as fantastic as a city? Like this. Take a city, put it in a cast, and reproduce that city as many times as you wish. You get a 3D model. Then you project it on a flat surface. Fold it, put it in your pocket, and it will help you go where you want to go. Yes, it's worth it indeed. When visiting someone, you take the city, grab a present with it, or spread it out for dinner like a tablecloth. Sometimes the city refuses to be folded. You try, you turn it on the other side, flip it. You first fold it in half. All this has its charm, I admit. The spectrum of colors, all the thin and thick lines, and then the elegance of the shape, and the unavoidable folds, those fine seams.